right, now let's get started with formulas and functions. This first lesson is just an introduction to how to build formulas. And we did some of this in an earlier module in the entering data, but some of the concepts are pretty important. So we're just going to go over it one more time. So what we're looking at here is a small little table of customer data, year one purchases and year two purchases. And we just want to get the totals and the yearly average. So again, to construct a formula, I'm going to go ahead and select on the first total cell in row 8. And I want to just build this formula. So I'll build it in the very organic fashion, just typing everything in. So again, anytime you use a formula, you want to start with equals or plus, but just go ahead and use equals. It's kind of the convention. So now we need to add those two numbers together. So we're going to add up B8 plus C8. So again, I can just take my keyboard and type those, B8 plus C8. And you see how you're building it, Excel will put color codes on your worksheet so you see exactly what you're adding up. This is really helpful in case you accidentally type the wrong key. You can see, oh, I typed C9 instead. And click OK. Now the next one down, we're going to use the mouse again. We'll hit our equal sign to start our formula. This time you can just click on that first cell you want to add, hit the plus key, and then click on the second cell. The third way we could do it is just do copy paste, Control C and Control V. And then the last thing we're going to do is just see how to use the autofill handle. So as you're going to see in this course, autofill does a lot of different things. And one of the things it does is if you get your mouse on the autofill handle and just drag it down, it will just copy that formula down for you all the way to the bottom. Okay? So now let's go ahead and do the yearly average. So again, this will be a little different, but I'm going to do it using the math function first. So I will say equals, and now I need to add up those two numbers and divide by 2. So here I need to put a parenthesis in, and then I can click on that, plus this, close the parentheses, and then hit the slash key, which is divide, and a 2. And it divides by 2. And then from there, I can just take that autofill handle, double click it, and it'll fill all the way down. Pretty simple. So we're going to build this using functions now too. So let me go ahead and highlight all this and hit my delete key to get rid of it. And now for the total, I'm going to use that auto sum feature. Now if you remember, if I'm on the home ribbon, there's an auto sum all the way over here to the right, and I'll just click on that to get the sum. And Excel is taking a guess, but it guessed right that I want to add up what's in cell B and cell C. So I'll hit enter. And in here I've got the average. So some of the very basic things that you do often, like sum, average, count, min and max, they'll all be on this auto sum tool also, but on the little drop down arrow. So we're going to go to average. And this time Excel guessed wrong because it's including our total in the average. So just like we clicked on a cell to select it, when it's got a range selected, I can just click on the cell and make my own range like that. And hit enter. And now we did the autofill before to copy that formula all the way down, but now what we can do is highlight both of those cells and double click on the autofill handle, and it'll copy both of those formulas down. Okay? Down here we got an error because there's no values in B or C. So let's see if we can fix that error. Let's just go ahead and do totals for year one purchases and year two purchases. So I can come down here, and the quickest thing to do is just do my auto sum and hit enter. And now it fixed those because now there's values in these cells that the average and the sum we're expecting. But let's go ahead and add up the second one. And that's it. So now we've got the basics down and we're ready for the next lesson.